I've managed to pinpoint Axon's area to very close by. We can use that scroll to slip through a little dimensional pinprick to get into his sanctuary. わかりました。Pizza looks like fun. Too dark. Can't see. Here, have some light. Yours? Yours? Pieces.
Steer. Axon, we've come to request your help. This Naldir had led us to Elysium, claiming it knows the location of the Mandala. We've got the forces necessary to assault its keep, but we don't actually know how to kill this thing.
You have wasted your precious remaining time. You are aware of this, I hope.
I'm sorry?
Naldir doesn't know where it is. It just wanted relying here for some twisted purpose. I do know where the Mandala is, however, unlike my rogue counterpart that you spoke to. A better question is, why should I tell you its location?
What? I thought this dude was supposed to be helping us. You said the guy you spoke to was all friendly-like.
I don't understand. What's the problem? We came all this way, fought like hell, and you don't want to help us. Why have you changed your mind?
I cannot speak for the Axon you encountered previously, but I can assure you that your struggle is pointless. The Beyonders will wash over this galaxy, and if you had any true insight, you would let them. My role in all of this, put simply, is to keep things ticking over. The Beyonders' invasion is necessary. The entire reason for their arrival is due to a sapient species' sheer hubris at trying to undo the one truth of reality, that things must end. All of these events, before and after you all stepped onto the scene, are transpiring because life insists on trying to circumvent this one truth.
It's easy to claim that it's the one truth when it's not your own life on the line. I bet you don't have to worry about mortality, right?
On the contrary, I was nearly destroyed by a being known as the Arcanatron. It was my first encounter with death, and it terrified me. But I also understood the role it plays in the grand scheme of things. We exist, you make progress, then the next wave of life takes our place and goes a step further. Perhaps, in time, life will exist as a limitless form of energy. But this cannot happen without the Beyonders, and without whatever comes next.
Well, that sounds like quitting talk to me. Just roll over, kick the dirt, no questions asked? Piss on that. I've seen enough life and death to know that it's all part of the great game. But no good ever came from just giving up.
We did not travel all this way and endure all this hardship for you to turn us away, Axon.
Take heed. You are in my domain, and if you do not wish to be banished forcefully, you will calm yourselves. The Mandala is key to immense reality-changing power. I would not hand it to you any more than you would give nuclear codes to a small child. Your species, your own way of thinking, is inherently selfish. If you cannot overcome a threat such as Naldir, then you certainly do not have the ability to utilize the Mandala. You fought hard, but this is where your journey should end. You still have some time left. Go home, and be proud that you faced beings of unimaginable power and lived to tell the tale.
And what if we defeat Naldir? Find a way to do that without... Will that show you we're ready to accept the responsibilities and risk using the Mandala?
If you manage to accomplish that, you will prove that you are making more waves than I thought possible.
I told you not to trust Axon, though I won't gloat. I have a vested interest in stopping Naldir, and so I know how you must do it. I will tell you how, then you must share this information with your friends. You, the fellow in the hat, and the swordswoman must work together. Shatter Naldir's body, mind, and soul. The last step will be to travel into the ethereal realm and destroy it for good there. I will look into seeing how this will be possible, but you must not delay. Oh, and tell your knight friend that he can free his brother, but it will require defeating his sire. It's not Naldir, and I can't glean his identity, but whoever he is resides with Naldir in its keep.
The finest steel for miles around.
Yes?
You won't
I
find fair
guarantee
prices
you get a better
or
price
fair
anywhere
craftsmanship.
around.
Anything catch your eye? Pleasure doing business with you.